Shall we start now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ज्वाइनिंग करने में इतना टाइम क्यों लगता है सबको? Still there are 58, 59.
Sir, 85 students.
85 वाले हैं।
सर
85.
एक्चुअली
Eighty-
आज हमारा
मेरे में 60 क्यों दिखा रहा है? ठीक है, चलो शुरू करते हैं हम लोग. ठीक है, can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so very good morning to all of you. Last time we have
Good morning.
in fact we were discussing for last 2 sessions the nature of mathematics. and we have seen that its nature is deductive, having continuity, and there are many more concepts, and it requires concentration also. And we also have seen that, like every discipline, mathematics is also known by its pedagogy. पेडागोजी का शब्द का मैंने अर्थ भी आपको समझाया था. पेडागोजी मीन्स व्हाट?
Art and science of teaching.
Art and science of teaching. But when we talk about different school subjects and we introduce them in our B.Ed like pedagogical subjects, इसका मतलब है these are the subjects which require some specific kind of methodology to teach. तो पेडागोजी को हम पद्धति शास्त्र भी कहते हैं. Pedagogy, and for different subjects the pedagogy is different, and that's why we know that from discipline the subjects are developed. From any discipline the various subjects are developed, and hence to teach any subject, suppose there are some fixed methods. In case of mathematics, in last class we have seen that there are some methods like analysis, synthesis, induction and deduction, inductive method and deductive method, then discovery method, problem solving method, drill and practice, laboratory method, playway method. So on the basis of this method, and if we see all these methods together, it shows that it's a pedagogy of mathematics. Means to teach mathematics effectively, one can take support of such kind of different methods. And that's why I use the word Paddhati Shastra. Pedagogy means art and science of teaching. It's a very, very basic meaning. It's a dictionary meaning to understand the word pedagogy by a lay person. But when we talk about pedagogical subjects, it means any subject which requires special kind of pedagogy or pedagogical practices or specific methods to teach that subject. That is pedagogy. And in mathematics, we have seen that there is a cluster of different methods which are required, which we may require to teach mathematics effectively. Now let us see the structure of mathematics. In the structure of mathematics, we can see variety of things. At the base, you can see the undefined terms. Maths में undefined terms कैसी होती है, क्या होती है, कुछ पता है आपको? In mathematics, have you heard that this is the undefined term?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
बोलिए.
मतलब अगर डिवीजन में 0 कभी नहीं आता,
नहीं,
मतलब वो अनडिफाइंड हो जाएगा.
अनडिफाइंड टर्म क्या है? 0.
नहीं सर, डिवीजन में जब आता है तब.
Sir, set is an undefined term.
Set, then point. Yeah. Point बोलते हैं, बिंदु, है ना? Point, set, these are undefined, है ना?
Line. Plane.
Line also undefined term, yeah.
Plane.
So how can we explain these undefined terms? अगर बच्चे को ये बताना है कि ये बिंदु है, ये सेट है, ये लाइन है, how can we explain them? If there is definition, it would be easy for us. But since there is no definition and these are undefined terms, how can we explain them?
सर, लाइन की तो हम डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. That the collection of points is known as a line.
Okay. If something can be defined, then it has definition. But like set, to explain such terms, we take support of some our thoughts, like a string is indicates a line. कपड़े सुखाने की डोरी होती है ना, रस्सी से आप कपड़े सुखाते हैं, तो इट्स अ सिंबलाइजेशन. वी टेक सपोर्ट ऑफ सम सिंबलाइजेशन. अगर हम पेन पकड़ते हैं, पेन की जो टिप होती है, दैट इज एन इंडिकेशन ऑफ पॉइंट. और बीएड के पूरे बच्चों स्टूडेंट्स का एक ग्रुप है, दैट इज अ सेट. Likewise, we explain the undefined terms. समूह, group, quantity, जत्थो. This is how we explain. We take support of some other words which are very known, which are very usually we use in our day-to-day life. So in mathematics, we find undefined terms, definitions, axioms, defined terms, propositions. Proposition means some kind of principles. Then theorems. So this is a definite structure of this mathematics, and this is a unique structure. That's why we learn this as a part of nature of mathematics. The nature of mathematics look like this, and these are all building blocks of mathematics. We can add few more. Like under prepositions, you can add propositions. Prepositions फिर अलग शब्द मुंह से निकल गया. Preposition क्या है, किसी को पता है?
Yes sir.
हाँ, कहाँ पे आते हो?
Prepositions मतलब वो स्थान किसी का दिखाना है हमें. इन ऑन अंडर.
Prepositions इंग्लिश वाले बताएंगे, इंग्लिश वाले.
हाँ वही सर, इन ऑन अंडर वो सब prepositions.
हाँ, वो prepositions है. Here it is propositions. Means some defined generalized thing in terms of principles. When we generalize something, like earlier I have taken one example, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 0, and we have arrived at 2 raised to 0 will be 1. And then we further arrived at a generalized statement that anything raised to 0 is equal to 1 for that anything belongs to n. So that is a generalized thing. So on the basis of some examples, some similar kind of examples, we derive something. And whatever we derive in terms of some principles, some generalizations, they are propositions. And all these things we use to get proof of any theorem. आपको याद है, आप जब कुछ थियरम्स पढ़े हैं, तो उसका प्रूफ हम जब प्रूफ तक पहुंचने के लिए हम इस सब चीजों का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. कहीं कुछ मैथमेटिकल कंडीशन का, कहीं पर कुछ डेफिनेशन का, कहीं कुछ अनडिफाइंड टर्म या डिफाइंड टर्म या एक्सियम्स या प्रोपोजिशंस, इन सब का लॉजिकल सपोर्ट, लॉजिकल कनेक्शंस बनाते बनाते हम थियरम का प्रूफ उसको प्रूव करते हैं. वी गेट द प्रूफ ऑफ एनी थियरम with the support of all these building blocks. And once a theorem is logically proved, it will also become a building block of mathematics. क्योंकि उसी थियरम का उपयोग फिर किसी और थियरम को प्रूव करने के लिए भी किया जाता है. तो ये प्रोसीजर पूरी समझ में आती है आपको? It's a very deductive method of getting proof. अब जिसको ये लॉजिकल कनेक्शन दिखाई नहीं देता है, उसको थियरम का प्रूफ उसको प्रूव करने में ज्यादा दिक्कतें आती है, बिकॉज दीज आर all these points, building blocks which support an individual to get logical proof of any theorem. And to connect all these things logically, it is an ability, it is a competency in mathematics. कि हर किसी के बस की बात नहीं होती है, जो लॉजिकली कनेक्ट करके बात को जोड़ नहीं पाते हैं, वो थियरम को प्रूव नहीं कर पाते हैं. उनके लिए राइडर्स, थियरम, सच थिंग्स आर वेरी डिफिकल्ट. ये किस प्रकार का काम है, उसका मैं सिंपल एग्जांपल दूं आपको. जैसे कोई डिटेक्टिव है, किसी खून केस की तपास करता है, उसका इन्वेस्टिगेशन करता है और उसको खूनी कौन है उसको ढूंढना है. तो ये सब चीजों को जोड़ करके वो खूनी तक पहुंचेगा. So a detective will logically connect all these available things, all these available, what should I say, all these available, क्या मिलते हैं? Evidences, yeah. So with the help of some evidences which are visible, he tries to connect all these evidences together and logically think and reach up to the goal. तो थियरम में या in getting proof of any rider or any problem in geometry, we try to see logically things. We take support of some available things in terms of undefined terms, axioms, definitions, defined terms, propositions, mathematical conditions, and we connect them and try to reach to the proof of the theorem. So this is very logical process, and that logical reasoning is the part of this process. Yes, please. Bolo.
Sir, if we are just these are undefined terms and these don't have any definitions, and sir, as it is not stated, so sir, can't we say that it is basically hypothetical? Does it really exist like science in which facts are there?
See, any knowledge can be hypothetical, but it becomes authentic when there is no oppose or any argument against that established hypothetical knowledge. जब तक उसके सामने कोई विरोध प्रदर्शित नहीं करता है, तब तक वो एक ऑथेंटिक नॉलेज बन जाता है. एंड दैट इज व्हाई अनडिफाइंड टर्म्स आर आल्सो कंसिडर्ड एज द बेसिक नॉलेज. उसको बेसिक नॉलेज और बेसिक टर्म्स क्यों कहा जाता है? बिकॉज दे आर वेरी बेसिक, एंड फॉर दैट देयर इज नो नीड ऑफ any kind of definition or any kind of explanation. And when there are many terms, then when there are many words together and there is no need of any proof or logic, then they will be considered
Sir,
axioms.
I'm really sorry, sir. Actually, I was removed by someone. Can you please repeat it? I'm really sorry, sir. I was removed. I don't know how someone removed me, but can you please explain? I joined just now.
I was telling that undefined terms in mathematics, they are very basic knowledge, and it is assumed that there is no need of any kind of definition for that. And that's why such things are accepted. And these accepted very basic knowledge in terms of various connotations. Connotations means उसकी अर्थ व्याप्ति बहुत ज्यादा है. अर्थ व्याप्ति है ना, उसमें उसके अर्थ में ज्यादा व्याप है. व्याप मतलब वो फैला हुआ है. You can see that its meaning, the meaning of any undefined term is different because different people have different connotation in their mind. जैसे मैं सेट कहता हूं तो सेट के लिए कोई बोलेगा ग्रुप, तो मुझे कहना पड़ेगा हाँ सही है. सेट के लिए बोला कि क्वांटिटी ऑफ ग्रेन, दैट इज ऑल्सो ए सेट. So for undefined terms, we can say that it can be explained by various examples. It can be explained by different kinds of understanding of people. And that is true because it is very basic. And in some cases, it can be explained very logically also. सेट के हम बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स दे सकते हैं इन अवर डे टू डे लाइफ. सोफा सेट बोलते हैं तो सोफा सेट में कौन कौन सी चीजें आती है, वो एक सेट बना देता है. सो इट इज वेरी अंडरस्टैंडेबल. वन कैन कॉम्प्रिहेंड वेरी इजीली just with the help of a simple explanation.
Yes, sir.
And when we deal with a sentence like this, and for that there is no need of any proof, so without any doubt we accept it. That is axiom.
Okay, sir.
And we have considered this statement that the sum of the three angles of any triangle is 180. So in fact we have considered it, we have accepted it without any proof now because we have experienced.
Okay.
In fact, axioms can be proved logically, but people never demand the proof of that axioms, and hence they are accepted as it is.
All right.
So in mathematics,
Thank
these
you.
are the building blocks to reach up to the proof of any theorem. And this very inbuilt process, which is very deductive, where we have to take logical support of all these things to reach up to the proof. ठीक, ये समझ में आता है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now let us try to understand this. थोड़ा क्लियर आवाज नहीं जाता है.
सर एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन है.
नहीं लास्ट नहीं, आप पूछो जितना पूछना है.
Any number divided by 0 is undefined. So
आवाज
वो
clear
undefined.
नहीं आपकी. बोलो.
मैं ऐसा पूछ रही हूँ कि any digit divided by 0 is undefined. तो वो undefined term होगा या सिर्फ undefined होगा?
See, undefined term कह लो, undefined concept कह लो, undefined mathematical process कह लो, है ना? उसको ऐसे टर्म के जरिए तो हम नहीं लेते नहीं है, उसके लिए कोई टर्म नहीं है. अगर टर्म है, इंफिनिटिव को समझाना है तो यू कैन गिव दिस एग्जांपल, है ना? To explain any term, we have to take support of some explanation, and what you are saying, that is an explanation. क्योंकि हम कुछ बातें, कुछ टर्म है, उसको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए एग्जाम्पल का सपोर्ट लेते हैं. यहाँ पे इसके लिए भी कुछ टर्म है जो आप बता रहे हो उसके लिए. So that is explanation. That is an example to explain infinitive. So in mathematics, term means it's a simple word which indicates very basic knowledge in mathematics. Concept is also a term which shows very basic knowledge in mathematics. ट्रायंगल को मैं कंसेप्ट कहता हूं और उसको इस तरह से समझाता हूं कि ये एक बंद आकृति है जिसकी 3 साइड है, 3 एंगल है और इसमें 3 जो साइड से वो कुछ लाइन सेगमेंट्स है और ये एक क्लोज फिगर है. आई कैन एक्सप्लेन विद द हेल्प ऑफ माय अंडरस्टैंडिंग. Though there is a definition, but I am not using definition. See, so here we can say that. Aji.
सर जैसे कि हम फर्स्ट या सेकंड स्टैंडर्ड के बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हैं कि शेप क्या, मतलब जैसे कि सर्कल है, रेक्टेंगल है, स्क्वायर है, तो हम मतलब उनको हम एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू समझा रहे हैं, ना कि डायरेक्टली डेफिनेशन के थ्रू। जैसे कि सर्कल है तो हम ऐसा बॉल उनको दिखाएंगे, मतलब कि ये है सर्कल। स्क्वायर है तो हम कोई एग्जाम्पल थ्रू उसको समझाते हैं। रेक्टेंगल है तो हम कोई बुक का पेज मतलब उसको दिखाते कि ये रेक्टेंगल है। तो उस मतलब हम उसको एग्जाम्पल देते हैं, उसके डेफिनेशन पे नहीं जाते। इज इट
Yes,
राइट?
correct. We have to understand that at what level we should give definition, at what level we should take support of some examples, at what level we should provide some mathematical models just for demonstration, so that they can conceptualize. Our intention must be to make them conceptualize the thing. Then you introduce the word.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you are succeeded in making them conceptualize, then you introduce that new term. पूछना चाहता हूँ, माइक्रोफोन ऑन है। Anyone who want to ask question? देखो ये एक ऐसी प्रोसेस है जिसमें being a teacher we have to decide that what topic can be teach well with which method. जैसे आपने अभी बताया कि हम शेप बता रहे हैं, तो शेप को आपको एक मैथमेटिकल मॉडल दिखाना है, या उसको ड्रॉ करके सिखाना है, या उसको क्वेश्चनिंग करके सिखाना है. That you have to decide because it is directly focusing on method. Please mute your microphone, please. Someone is speaking, please. I request.
कोई भी अवनी,
Avni, please mute yourself.
अवनी
But
वाइट में भी अलग अलग होगा।
ओके, थैंक यू। तो समझ में आया, ये आपने जो क्वेश्चन पूछा ना वो प्रोसेस से रिलेटेड है कि हाउ कैन यू टीच सम अनडिफाइंड टर्म्स और इवन डेफिनेशन और कंसेप्ट. यू कैन इंट्रोड्यूस very basic knowledge to explain any concept or any definition. Then you introduce that concept, and that is the inductive method, from known to unknown. बच्चे बहुत कुछ जानते हैं ऐसा हम एज्यूम करके वहां से शुरुआत करते हैं. जैसे आपने बताया आपने सर्कल है, तो आपने सर्कल को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए कुछ इस तरह की चीजें आप पहले बताओगे, फिर धीरे धीरे उनको सर्कल के कंसेप्ट पर लाओगे, so that they can digest that new word.
yes, sir.
And that is inductive method. और कुछ टीचर ऐसा भी करते हैं कि सीधा बोर्ड पर आके सर्कल लिखते हैं और उसकी टेक्स्ट बुक में जो डेफिनेशन है वो लिखते हैं. So in that some pre-specified words are inbuilt, and that may be difficult to understand for the learners. है ना? So that is in the deductive method. So in some cases deductive method would be difficult for the learners sometimes. But a careful teacher has to decide that which method would be more effective for which age group. Now let us see this relationship between the constituents which we have seen earlier. These are the constituents. Now how they are related? Suppose we should know the meaning of the most basic terms called undefined terms. तो ये सबसे पहले ये जानकारी होनी जरूरी है. अगर कुछ आप थियोरम के बारे में या कुछ राइडर के बारे में उसका प्रूफ समझाने जा रहे हो और ये टर्म्स को बच्चे नहीं जानते हैं, बिकॉज इट इज वेरी बेसिक टर्म्स, and it is considered as related knowledge, and students are not aware of these things, so it will become a hindrance. So this undefined terms has relationship with getting proof of any theorem. Then use these undefined terms to define new terms. Now once we introduce set with the help of some examples, then we go for defining some other terms like unitary set, null set. They have definitions. So here we can define some new terms with the support of the knowledge of undefined terms, that is relationship. Then we develop some axioms also, and these axioms are the terms or sentences. They further become the foundation of any theory. So here we applying inductive reasoning, the way we are gradually moving forward, that is inductive reasoning. We start from some known things and gradually we are moving towards some generalizations to be derived. Some principles, declarative sentences, propositions to be derived. And this is how we reach up to the proof. So this is the deductive nature of mathematical process. And we can realize the deductive nature by observing this process, that to reach up to the proof of any theorem, we have to follow the process starting from undefined terms. Because attacking directly on any theorem or any rider will become very difficult to understand. Sometimes we people also feel difficulties that how we can explain any theorem in the classroom, because it requires understanding of logical connections. We have to explain how to see the logical connections. बच्चे को अगर हम ये नहीं समझा पाते हैं तो बच्चों के लिए ये सब कुछ जादू टोना जैसा लगता है उनको, ये कैसे आया, यहां तक हम कैसे पहुंचे, how we have proved this thing. Sometimes in some theorems we start from contradiction and reach up to the unexpected level of proof, and then we accept that since this is not true, hence the adverse thing is true, and that is accepted. If we see the growth of mathematics, the human needs are the base. Before 2000 years, people in Babylon and Egypt were in possession of systematic methods of measuring space and time. So for measuring space and time, they have developed some kind of mathematical processes. So at that time, the mathematics was developed on the basis of the human needs. They had fundamental knowledge of geometry and astronomy. And we should know that mathematics consists the fundamental knowledge of some related areas or disciplines. Zero was defined, and that led to the positional notations for whole numbers and for even fractions. So without zero, what can be impossible that we can imagine now? Place value system we learn on the basis of the zero. 10, 100, 1000. Even to meet the cultural demands of time, there are some mathematical developments. कल्चरल डिमांड क्या होती है, जिसमें मैथमेटिक्स का सपोर्ट लेना पड़ता है? Because mathematics has certain values, like its cultural value. What is the cultural value of mathematics? आपके कल्चर में आपको मैथमेटिक्स कहाँ पे एग्जिस्ट होता हुआ दिखाई देता है? That is the cultural value.
सर
जैसे सर कोई श्लोक है, मंत्र है, हमें कितनी बार बोलना है, एक स्पेसिफिक पूजा में कथा वगैरह है, तो उसमें हाउ मेनी टाइम्स वी हैव टू स्पीक दैट, तो उसमें भी आ सकता है, राइट?
सो सी मंत्रोच्चार करना, अगर उसको हम साइंटिफिक ना कह के एक रिचुअल कह दे या एक रिलीजियस बिलीफ कह दे हम, सो दैट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ कल्चर, एंड इन दिस कल्चरल डिमांड वी टेक सपोर्ट ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स. That is an example of cultural value of mathematics. Any other? In building architects, we take support of mathematics. Building, it's a part of culture. Architect, it's a part of culture. Culture, it's a wide term. It includes so many things. It includes our literature. It includes our languages, it includes our principles, laws, rules and regulations, etiquette, our utensils, our ornaments. Many things are covered under the umbrella of culture. And everywhere, if we think very minutely, there are use of mathematics to some extent. And that is the cultural value of mathematics. It means to meet the cultural demands of time. Cultural is also developmental, is dynamic. From time to time, the culture is also changing. And that's why the mathematics also will go on change. Some development also will be there. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Since the culture is dynamic, the development in mathematics is also dynamic. Yes, please. Bolo. Now let us come to some division of mathematics on the basis of its nature, pure and applied. Let me draw your kind attention towards such kind of types of research also. There are pure research, there are applied research. In the similar way, there is a pure mathematics also, and there is an applied mathematics also. This is the nature of mathematics. Some mathematical topics or concepts or knowledge is applicable in day-to-day life, and that mathematics is applied mathematics. And there are some mathematical points or topics or theories or principles which are the very basic and fundamental knowledge of mathematics as a discipline, and that is known as pure mathematics. Pure mathematics में हम जो भी knowledge, fundamental knowledge generate हुआ है वो आता है. fundamental knowledge वो basic knowledge है. जैसे साइंस में फंडामेंटल नॉलेज अगर मुझे कहना है तो लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन, ऐसा मैथ्स में फंडामेंटल नॉलेज मुझे कहना है तो पाइथागोरस थ्योरम। अब उस थ्योरम का कहीं एप्लीकेशन आपको दिखाई देता है, सो दैट इज अप्लाइड मैथमेटिक्स। है ना, मैथमेटिक्स हैज ग्रोन लार्जली एज ए रिजल्ट ऑफ सोशल नीड्स as shown in daily life, science, commerce and technology. So as per social needs, we develop some fundamental knowledge and that will become a pure mathematics. But when we apply them, उसका application कहीं पे हम करते हैं, then it will become the applied mathematics. समझ में आता है?
Yes, sir.
Pure and applied mathematics.
Yes, sir.
In classrooms, much of the mathematics we teach is applied mathematics as it relates directly to life's activity. आपने मैथमेटिकल प्रोसेसेस सिखाया, आपने परसेंटेज के बारे में सिखाया, आपने रेशियो एंड प्रोपोर्शन के बारे में सिखाया। ये सब चीजें ऐसी है कि कहीं ना कहीं डे टू डे लाइफ में सीधा अप्लाई करते हैं हम।
Yes, sir.
है ना, तो उसका एप्लीकेशन सीधा हमें डे टू डे लाइफ में दिखाई पड़ता है कि people can apply it. But see the another example, Newton created the calculus which became known as applied mathematics. It has helped in analyzing motion. In analyzing motion, calculus is useful. So that is application. In school mathematics, Euclidean geometry is essentially pure mathematics. यूक्लिडियन ज्योमेट्री, यूक्लिड ने जो ज्योमेट्री हमें दिया, जो रूल दिया हमें, टोपोलॉजी में आपने शायद पढ़ा हो, मैथमेटिक्स में जो है टोपोलॉजी में वी हैव लर्न्ड सर्टेन ऑब्जेक्ट्स, they follow an equation which was given by Euclid. All pure mathematics is built up by combinations of primitive ideas, primitive, प्राचीन, जो आगे से चले आते हैं, primitive ideas of logic. Its propositions are derived from general axioms and logic. And that's indicate that the nature of mathematics is axiomatic also, axiomatic nature. Because in mathematics, something which is accepted by us, which is self-evident, we accept them without even bothering about its proof. उसको हम एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं। बहुत सारी चीजें टेक्स्ट बुक में आपने ऐसी पूर्व धारणाएं बहुत देखी होंगी, ऐसे सेंटेंसेस सीधे दे दिए हमें एंड वी एक्सेप्ट देम एज एक्सियम्स, पूर्व धारणा। उसको सीक्वेंस में नंबरिंग के साथ चैप्टर वाइज भी आ जाती है, पूर्व धारणा 1, पूर्व धारणा 2, पूर्व धारणा 3, एंड वी हैव एक्सेप्टेड दिस nature of mathematics, which is axiomatic nature, and behind that the idea of axiomatic structure of mathematics is there. So with various dimensions we are trying to understand the nature of mathematics, because mathematics has also different branches. And from various branches, we can understand the nature of mathematics differently. Now let us come to the language of mathematics. Like any other subject, mathematics has also its own language. When I will say that write a mathematical condition, you can write down like a stenographer because you have the knowledge of that language. I will say that there is a triangle ABC. So I am saying a statement, but you can simply use the symbols, triangle ABC. Measurement, I will say sentences and you will write down everything within a second by using the knowledge of language of mathematics, because you know that how to write down triangle symbolically. You will draw a small triangle and write down ABC. I will say the measurement of angle A is 30 degree. So the way I am speaking, devoting time, there is no need to devote more time like me because you have knowledge of mathematics language. You will simply write down M angle A is equal to 30 degree. So in mathematics, whatever language we have developed with the help of say symbolic representation, with the help of say graphical representation, or with the help of say Venn diagram, because they are the means of communication. So like any other language, in science we say force. Force has its own definition in science because it's a terminological word of science. But if we use this word force in Gujarati language, force થી જરા ધક્કો મારને એમ કહીએ આપણે force આપવાનો. But that force is different in science. When we say for all, I am saying the mathematical condition or any proposition or identity, like a raised to 0 is equal to 1 for all a belongs to n. So there is no need to write down every word in mathematics. You can simply apply the knowledge of symbols. Belongs to. For this word, there is a symbol. For all, there is a symbol. For natural numbers, we simply write down belongs to n. For writing a mathematical statement, we use equation. We use some technical terms, example variables. Variables can be used as noun, as an adjective also, and in suppose in case of equation, it is unknown term, agnat sankhya. Variable, that is some which is varying, like temperature. समझ में आता है? Roots of equation, square root, cube root.
Yes, sir.
We have a special language for mathematics, and that is its nature. Variety of ways of calling a mathematical process or thing. Like addition can be referred as find the sum, find the total, how many in all. We use different words. We refocus the same question by using different words, क्योंकि हम ये देखना चाहते हैं कि बच्चे कौन सी भाषा में कौन से शब्द इस्तेमाल करने से आसानी से समझ सकते हैं. Abbreviations are used. What are the abbreviations in mathematics? Abbreviations क्या होता है?
So short form.
Short form. Mathematics में ऐसे कोई short form आते हैं?
LCM,
all the symbols are short
yes sir,
form.
जैसे पाई, हाँ पाई है तो उसको सिंबॉलिकली रिप्रेजेंट
LCM,
करना।
HCF,
LCM.
LCM, HCF. It has its own grammar. We use different verbs, different words, maybe as noun or verb or adjective, etc. And what are the characteristics of language of mathematics? It creates simplicity. It maintains accuracy. क्योंकि उस लैंग्वेज में मैं बोलूंगा तो आप जो लैंग्वेज के जानकार है वो वही लिखेंगे, उसमें दे विल बी वेरी प्रिसाइज। मैं बोलूंगा आपको राइट डाउन a raised to 0 is equal to 1 for all a belongs to नेचुरल नंबर्स। तो मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ उसको मैथमेटिकली आप लिखोगे तो एग्जैक्टली वही लिखा होगा आपने, जिसमें एक्यूरेसी, प्रिसीजन, सिंप्लिसिटी सब आ जाता है। कुछ मैथमेटिकल प्रॉब्लम्स में भी ऐसा है, आप इक्वेशन बनाते हो तो सबका इक्वेशन आप कैसे भी सोचोगे, इक्वेशन एक ही जैसा बनेगा। जैसे कि बच्चे की उम्र और उसकी माँ की उम्र के, उसके ऊपर एक एग्जांपल होता है कि माँ की उम्र बच्चे की उम्र से 4 गुना ज़्यादा है और 5 साल बाद इस दोनों की उम्र में इस प्रकार का चेंजेस होगा। तो अब बताइए माँ की उम्र क्या है और बच्चे की उम्र क्या है। सो यू विल हैव टू कंसिडर any unknown number as age of either mother or a child, and you have to write down a mathematical equation to solve to get the value of unknown x and y. X indicates age of mother, y indicates age of child. But if you see the equation developed by individual, it will be similar, and that is accuracy. There is a mathematical process, algorithm, arrangement of steps. So the language of mathematics emphasizes on a specific arrangement. We know the word BODMAS. What it indicates?
Bracket
It's a specific arrangement of steps to be followed. Yes,
डिवीजन मल्टीप्लिकेशन
हाँ, तो उसमें step आ जाते
मल्टीप्लिकेशन,
हैं।
एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन।
उसमें एक स्टेप फॉलो करने के बारे में बताया गया है कि नहीं?
यस
yes
It explains an algorithm. It explains an algorithm. एक मैथमेटिकल प्रोसेस को हमें कैसे फॉलो करना है उसका एक सीक्वेंस हमें बताया गया है उसमें। We cannot do that mathematical process haphazardly. We have observed one thing, that a careful mathematics teacher always emphasizes on a writing pattern, that how to solve a sum, what to write down while calculating a sum. So एक स्टेप के बाद दूसरा स्टेप आपको क्या लिखना है, आप सीधा 2 स्टेप कूद नहीं सकते उसमें, वो हर बार बताएगा आपको कि you have to show this mathematical step for clarity to get marks, because it has been fixed that for this step there is 1 mark, for another step there is 1 mark. There is a prescribed mark system in the assessment of SSC board examination, 12th board examination. तो जो पेपर चेकिंग करने जाता है उसको दिया जाता है कि अगर इतना लिखा है तो आधा मार्क देना है आपको. And that shows that more and more emphasis has been given to the arrangement of steps and mathematical process to be followed while calculating a sum or while getting a proof of any theorem. ये लैंग्वेज ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स में इस तरह से है कि उसमें लैंग्वेज में ऐसा नहीं है. While writing an essay, there is no need of sequencing your thoughts. You can write down your thoughts as and when they come to your mind in whatever may be the sequence, because it's a write up of flow of your thoughts or fluency of thoughts. और यहाँ पे fluency of thoughts नहीं चलेगी मैथ्स में. मैथ्स में क्या चलेगा? One has to follow the arrangement of steps or mathematical process which is fixed, which is algorithm, and that is the language of mathematics. Just a minute. ठीक है, शायद खत्म हो गया यहाँ पे. हाँ, so the PowerPoint presentation is over. So far we have discussed the nature of mathematics with reference to variety of dimensions. I have started with the simple explanation of mathematics, that what is mathematics. So the process of measurement, the process of analysis. With such words we identify mathematics, and we have ended it with the language of mathematics. Okay, तो यहाँ पे पूरा समझ में आ गया है?
Yes sir.
टाइम क्या हुआ आपका? टाइम अभी है कि खत्म हो गया?
Yes sir. नहीं सर, ओवर हो गया
सर.
145 को
3 मिनट बाकी.
ये पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन में आपको ग्रुप में ये शेयर कर दूंगा, एंड कुछ आपको क्वेश्चन है तो हम अभी टाइम नहीं है, नेक्स्ट टाइम हम देखेंगे इसमें से कुछ आपको पूछना है तो. अदरवाइज आई फील दैट क्लियर. इज इट ओके?
Yes sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes sir.
Yes
So
sir.
based on this PowerPoint presentation, you can describe the nature of mathematics. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let us
Yes, sir.
complete
Yes.
today, and we'll meet on. अब कब है आपका क्लास?
Saturday, sir.
Saturday.
Saturday.
सैटरडे हम मिलेंगे दूसरा टॉपिक लेकर के इसी यूनिट से. ठीक है? ओके
सर.
Okay sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you sir.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, sir.